there. I'm not.
We're live. Yeah. Okay, everybody has to be like family friendly now because we're live. This is the Squirrels. What? I don't know which episode. We're in the 40s, I think. Something like that. 43, I guess. So I put the title down here as like Censorship, SpyCraft, and Invasion, but that's mostly because you got to title it something, you know. You got to give it a title. And right now we're got the midterms approaching, and the bad guys are feeling desperate because we got them on the ropes. You know, we're kicking their butts, and they know it, and so they have to try desperate moves. So first they do the caravan, and then they figured out, well, you know what? That just makes us want the wall even more. And then they start blaming Trump for starting the caravan when everybody knows it's Soros. Come on. I mean, are you kidding me? Anyway, so yeah, then they do
Bella.
Yeah, so then they do the what do you call it? The bomb thingy where they have alarm clocks that don't even have an alarm on them. And why would you even need an alarm in a mail bomb anyway? And it doesn't even have explosive material. This is so false flag. I mean, it's just fake. It's a fake bomb. They're fake bombs. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't believe people are so gullible as to believe this stuff. But such is the world that we live in, huh?
I just like that name, Carrie Bella.
Yeah. John L's back. Woohoo. Woot, 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 woot. I mean, I'm doing the little fist in the air, fist pump. Woot, woot, woot. So, there's a few things on our little news dealy thing, you know, our spider thingy. It's what we use. We use the spider to see what the mainstream media is lying to us about. And so the big story is Merkel deciding not to seek re-election as if it's her choice. Yeah, as if it's her choice, people. Come on. You see that picture of her and Theresa May and some girl that ended up as a spy? They had this picture circulating. It was like them as kids or teenagers hanging out together. Yeah. And they just happened to end up as like the prime minister of Germany.
Yeah, but the fact-checking places say that's really not Merkel and the others. So,
right.
You know.
And Merkel's not Hitler's niece or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Child. Yes.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters because you got the deep state on the run. Trump is kicking their butts. Everybody knows it. I mean, come on. Right? So, Macron, Merkel, they're like non-issues. They're non-issues. We don't even care. Then you have, what's the next one? Brazil. Yes. Bolsonaro. That guy. He's like MAGA. He's Trump trained. So that's excellent news. And as they said earlier today,
Hungary.
And Brazil is like this huge economy, and now they're on our side, and it's going to be awesome. Awesome.
Right.
Next story over, we have Trump sending 5,000 troops to Mexico border as caravan advances. Because it was, just yesterday, it was only 800 troops that they were sending down. But I guess it's higher than that. We got more troops going to the border than there are in the caravan. Because there's only 4,000. There's only 4,000 in the caravan. So we got more people down there with guns than there are people coming up here trying to get across. Well, screw you.
That's what I had said the other day. They should just send down a division, man. They should just send one down from Fort Hood. My God, we're just right down the road.
So, yeah. I mean, everything's going our way. Like, there's a couple things maybe not going our way. They took out Gab. That's kind of an inconvenience. It's an annoyance. You know, Gab is a platform that's built on the principle of free speech, and they kind of whacking around with their DNS domain names and stuff, and so that's an inconvenience. Right. But hopefully we'll have that back shortly.
So they waited too long. They waited too long, and I'll tell you why.
Who waited too long?
Deep state.
The left, deep state.
Yeah. Oh, they did. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I don't know if you guys have been really paying attention. I mean, we all kind of do, and we all kind of keep tabs on what's going on and try to send them to the show and everything else. So the Republican in Missouri is leading the way, beating McCaskill. The Republican in Minnesota now has the backing of the unions.
Really?
Yes.
Against that one lady with the incest? Yes.
Yes. Wait. Back up. What's going on here?
Okay,
I missed this.
So hold on. I'll go to Facebook and I'll pull it up because I just shared it.
In chat here we got Raymond Kendall Knapp mentioning the NATO exercise. Yeah, that's going to be going on until the 7th, so the day after elections, midterms. And it's right on Russia's border, but it's also right on Norway's border. We don't really know what the real reason, who they're going after, because I wouldn't mind them going after Britain I kind of like to see the UK get a little bit of smackdown myself. Wouldn't that be cool? Supposedly our best friends in the world, our besties, we're going to kick their butts, take out the royal family and the Rothschilds while we're at it. Wouldn't that be neat?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
So it's two unions that were all in for Hillary Clinton in 2016 have changed their political stripes for the looming midterm elections and are supporting Minnesota Republican Congressman Jason Lewis as he seeks his second term. Lewis is facing Democrat Angie Craig, a former healthcare executive. Okay, so it's not that same.
It's not the
incestuous. But still.
Not as fun, but still good news.
Well, then on top of that, more good news. Mexico offered all the caravan asylum, and they've said no.
Yes,
they
which
want to
makes
come
them...
to the.
Yeah, I'm not exactly clear why that's good news. I mean, why does it matter?
From what I heard, and Jack's backed me on this if you've heard differently. From what I heard, this now means because they were seeking asylum, and asylum is the first country you come to that will accept you. Now that
so they're not eligible for asylum anymore.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
so now
they can go back.
We have a legal right to deny them entry.
Right.
Awesome. That's neato.
Yep. So that's big. So we're winning big.
We're winning everywhere.
Yeah, and the Saudi journalist, that guy's still in the news, and we already know that he was friends with the old Saudi regime, not the new guys. We already purged Saudi of, I don't know if they did it or we did it or who did it, but we already got rid of the bad line of that family tree. And so this Khashoggi guy, he's friends with the old regime, and they're out. And so he gets dead, and I'm failing to see this as a problem in any way whatsoever.
Right.
I don't care if the new Saudi royals killed him or not, because he's a bad guy, big time. So, whatever.
John L., Brazil nuts for everyone. Absolutely.
You can have my Brazil nuts. Sorry, I'm not a fan of those. Just hand me your hazelnuts, though. Or your cashews. I'll take those.
Well, it's good in mixed nuts. I like the little Brazil nuts and with a lot of the other stuff.
Squirrels in general like nuts.
I'm
proud to say that I am secure in my manhood, that I like nuts. I'm proud to say that.
Okay, this is a family show. We have to remind everyone once in a while because we get a little out of hand.
Nuts.
Yeah,
hazelnuts, walnuts.
Yeah. Okay. It's my fault because I'm the one with the gutter, mind in the gutter, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you.
We like you.
I got you. So we got some, Red Sox winning the World Series. It's not one of those things. I don't pay attention to sports. I know that it makes me unpopular because guys are supposed to like the sports, but I have other things to do. Sorry.
I'm not a big baseball fan myself.
Yeah. So we do have somebody some woman blows herself up in Tunisia maybe? I don't know where, Tunisian capital. So some people dying there from that, and we got a bunch of people getting shot all around everywhere. So we got the synagogue, we got somebody getting shot in the high school. But fortunately, we do have some good news in all this.
Yeah.
And Jax has helped me out finding some good news for you. This is a Fox News story, not likely to be carried by other sources. Alabama McDonald's gunman killed by armed dad who was injured in shootout. So that's pretty cool. That's what the mainstream media is not going to tell you. It's a reason to have concealed carry, because this guy was in a McDonald's and somebody comes in and tries to do this MK Ultra business like they're so fond of doing. And dad says, not on my watch, and he takes him out. So that's pretty cool.
And I liked what the employees said, too, is that the dad that took him out was his hero, because if it wasn't for them, they were worried about a lot worse outcome.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there's been some really bad robberies and stuff in restaurants and stuff like that.
Right.
But, hey, when I got y'all on here, Army husband here, he would like to just give a kind of a breakdown brief over that NATO exercise. He did that for the last 4 years that we were in Europe, if y'all want to hear about it.
Is this year going to be the same, though? I mean, does past experience necessarily tell us what this one is going to be, or just a cover story?
Well, basically, yeah, it's a yearly event, so he'll kind of walk you through it. And
all right, well,
no, the baseline behind it is just to get the multinational forces working together with different services across the NATO allies, and it's just a matter of we find out how we communicate with each other so that we could prevent fracturicide in the future and things like that, what they call blue on blue.
Well, but the thing is, I mean,
previous wars.
This one might be different because, I mean, they do a lot of real operations during these exercises, in quotes, you know, and so maybe the majority of people involved won't even know what's going on behind the scenes, you know, and because we could be doing other things besides. Because I remember, see, I'm a Navy guy, and I remember getting off of my watch station one time. I was on an aircraft carrier, and I have this habit of going back to the fantail of the ship when I get off watch so I can cool down and relax a bit. And it was late at night, and I went to the fantail, and I saw a bunch of guys dressed all in black, and they had all the black makeup all over their faces and like scuba gear and stuff. And I was like, okay, what's this? And they said, you didn't see nothing. And I say, okay. And I went back to bed. You know?
I don't know, but they might squeeze in a couple of covert ops in there. But generally, the main forces, when they're not with the Army Secret Squirrel, not you guys' Secret Squirrel, generally wouldn't know if there was a hidden operation. But generally, what we dealt with is just making sure that we were able to cross-communicate with our allies. And generally, we weren't given actual live ammunition, and that's how we kind of knew whether it was for real or not.
Well, Army husband, I'm just going to say it's really nice having you here. You're welcome here anytime, dude.
I do feel a little bit awkward calling you Army husband, though, because that means you're probably the one in the Army, right?
Yeah, it used to be.
Yes. So okay.
What was your rank when you got out? What
MOS?
The highest I served was an Operations Sergeant Major as an E7.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't want to. Uncle Sam didn't want to promote me, but they felt that they needed an Operations Sergeant Major, so they stuck me in that position, and I decided to go ahead and retire.
So if we called you Sergeant Major, you'd be okay with that?
That would be fine.
Okay, all right, Sergeant Major. Well, this is Bandit, and I was a jarhead back in 1994.
I gave him a ride.
I want you, if you were over in Europe, I want you to confirm or deny this. I had buddies who said that there were caves in the Netherlands, ice caves in the Netherlands, full of our equipment. Is this true?
I personally didn't know about it, but I know that there was a couple of YouTubers that have actually explored different caves and bunkers that are out there.
Okay. All right. Well, while I was in, I had some buddies who said who had been to Europe and said that there was a few caves over there in the Netherlands that were just full of our equipment, just in case like World War III ever happened in Europe again. We'd be ready to launch our equipment right from the Netherlands. But yep. So I didn't know if you'd been over there to that area and knew
well, that's a
need
to know compartmentalized knowledge thing.
So. Yeah,
nah, I didn't catch any window of that, but like I said, I have known, ran across some YouTubers that have actually explored those bunkers and such.
Cool.
But never ran across any military equipment.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Did they see Hitler?
Didn't have met you all.
Did they see Hitler? That's the question.
Please come back. We'd like to have you.
Yeah, usually when Army wife is here listening to you guys, I'm usually either listening to Rush Limbaugh or Mark Levin or Dan Bongino, and we kind of cross communicate with each other.
Oh, I see. So we're not good enough for you. Okay.
Yeah, you see that? That's what it is. Well, this is group therapy for us.
We'd have 3 of the 4 armed forces here. I could get my future son-in-law in here, and then we'd have all 4 of you guys in there.
Yeah, we don't count the National Guard, even though they're going down to protect us in the border coming up.
What'd you say? Did somebody say the Air Force don't count? What'd you say?
No, the National Guard don't count.
So then you ought to have a big old hooah party.
There we go.
Maybe don't hooah.
Just kidding.
Raymond Kendall on here says the MTO Sergeant Major real deal officer job with enlisted pay. Exactly.
Yep. Exactly. That is true.
Exactly.
What do you mean officer job? Officers don't do anything.
It's like Randall Kendall said down here. Raymond Kendall said down here.
See, I'm not the only one that has problems with that name, Raymond. Sorry. We love you, but it's a mouthful.
What's a Raymond Kendall Knapp? That doesn't seem like that big of a mouthful to me. Anyway, so we have Red Hat. Uh-oh, am I in trouble? Did I say something bad?
I think you did.
Uh-oh.
Jack, Laura Weekly said that you don't sound old enough to have a son-in-law.
I won't say then which child it is.
Brain, the only thing she didn't say was your middle name. Otherwise, it would have been Brainiac Storm.
Chaser. Yeah. Okay, so, we pretty much covered all the news there is to report because none of this other stuff really matters. I mean, we got a couple airports and some royal family person is not going to get married. But, of course, this is Spider. And you know what Spider is? It aggregates mainstream media. The mainstream media is not telling us nothing. Nothing. Well, that must be good news. Right? So I'll have to turn to a different source now. I have this other source I want to look at. What is this? Okay. People going to the caravan. Somebody's saying that Q's a hoax. Yeah.
Hey,
conservative censorship. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Live chat. Carrie Bella. I happened to be in Front Royal, Virginia, a week before the Charlottesville, Virginia riot thing with my son at a Cracker Barrel, 7 a.m. And SWAT police, about 12, came in and ate breakfast. Acted very serious. Curious.
That's a week before? That's a week before the Charlottesville.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
That's interesting.
What's this story? Mueller's Russia probe nears critical post-midterm phase. What the heck does that mean?
Oh, you know what it means. It means that the left is running out of tricks, so they're trying to push that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they thought they would be able to force Trump to do something.
They're using that to silence who they can't silence,
Papadopoulos.
There was a shooting at the GOP headquarters in Florida today.
Yeah, they shot out some windows.
There was a bomb in someplace, some GOP headquarters too. That was yesterday, I think.
Let's just count this down as the left is having a temper tantrum.
We don't want to cover the stuff where the left is guilty, even though the left's guilty and all the stuff that they try to portray us as being guilty for. They're guilty for all of it, but yet anything that at least looks like they're guilty, then they don't cover that. Or the thing about the McDonald's dad, telling you why the concealed carry is a good idea. Well,
everybody in my family has a concealed carry, so.
Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Does that include your dogs?
Me. Yes. Pucky is really good. We just have to put the ammo separately and put that on the big brown dog. So.
Well, she's got to carry a spare rifle or two, right?
She carries the grenade launcher.
Well, you could have the little dog, carrying some ammo, and then you have the big dog carrying the guns.
No, he carries a Derringer. So that's all he can do right now.
Like a 45 would be as big as the dog, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. Well, the 357 is as big as he is. So we didn't put that on him. So we just put the Derringer on him.
You got a little camo vest or something?
Yes, he does. Actually, he does. It's bulletproof too.
He's got a bulletproof vest for the little puppy dog.
Yes, he does.
Of course, if he actually got hit by a bullet, even with the vest on, then you'd be tossed across the room, likely.
Yeah, but then he'd come back biting, as usual. Exactly. The little puppy poo.
Is it Captain Morgan night again tonight?
How did you know?
Yeah, I can tell.
Every night's Friday.
I might be a little bit less edgy tonight because I have some alcohol in my system. I'm not slurring my words or anything, am I?
No, but you're a little bit wound up more than usual, and it's not the caffeine wound up either.
I thought this stuff was supposed to relax you.
Well, yeah, you're not holding back. That's the whole thing. That's good. No, I'm liking this.
That's good. I know. I like it too.
We could have a good show. Hang on, strap in. Hey, live chat, strap in. This could get fun.
I'm already out of stuff to talk about.
Because this is going to be great.
We're running out of stuff to talk about.
I said I'm already out of stuff to talk about. There's nothing here worth talking about.
Oh boy, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, we could still talk about the future of the Squirrels because I've been thinking about that. We could do that.
Well, go on, lead on, leader.
Okay, well. Okay, context first, right? So Corsi Nation, I mean, here we are, us secret squirrels. We get our name from the fact that Dr. Corsi used to joke around when people were acting all spy-like. He would call them secret squirrels. So, basically the secret squirrels, I mean, that's his, some cartoon or something like that. He would, originally it was Rocky and Bullwinkle, but apparently there's this other cartoon that's actually called that. Secret Squirrels or something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, at any rate, he's like, he doesn't like it when people do that, and he doesn't like me. So, it's kind of like calling the big fat guy, you call him Shorty or something. It's like we're the Secret Squirrels because we do all this do, that stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, we're all like the people that work on the various aspects of making Corsi Nation happen, the behind the scenes people. And no, I think that's Jackson's job.
I just make cookies.
But anyway, so
those chocolate chips over there, by the way, will you?
So part of our objective here.
Macaroons?
I didn't make those. Don't yell at me. Come on.
Sorry. Dang it.
Oh, Heinz German chocolate with coconut and walnuts.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brain. Sorry.
Okay. So, what is that? Okay. What was that movie? There was a movie with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Okay.
Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Joe Pesci. This is Joe Pesci left. Okay. So.
My name is Leo Getz. You want it? Leo gets it. Get it? Okay. Sorry. Go on.
Boy.
Go on, Brian.
I can't believe this. This is us doing serious news. See, not really. So, see, part of it was, okay. See, Dr. Corsi, he's a serious guy when he's on air. He's got a certain reputation to uphold. He's not quite the same way when he's in private, just to let you know. He's a hell of a lot of fun when you get him in private. He can crack a good joke. He has, tells his stories about smoking his stogies and drinking his martinis. That's when you get him to let his hair down. That's when he's having fun times. But anyway, but yeah, we wanted to, part of the idea with the Squirrels is that we wanted to let people know that we can let our hair down and take ourselves less seriously. And part of that is about all this mainstream media.
Why didn't you tell me I could let my hair down?
You can let your hair down. There you go. Did you need permission? You have my permission.
Oh, well, then I'm going to take my curlers out.
You see? Okay. So, but, and it's a part of it is this whole thing where the mainstream media, and they got us all conditioned so that, like, anybody who talks about conspiracy theories, they consider you a nut job. So it's like, play with it. Play with the idea, desensitize people because they're all wound up about it, So let's talk about conspiracies and be all spies and blah, blah, blah. And so you understand the thinking there. It's like just to take some of that, it's like a pressure relief valve for people, like when they're being told that they can't talk about conspiracies because you know what? Conspiracies are real. They actually exist, and it's not such a surprise that rich and powerful people want to be more rich and powerful, and they're willing to do it at your expense. It's really, you'd have to be gullible not to think that. So
well, and I think we need to also tell our audience out there who's in the live chat that you guys are part of Corsi Nation and part of the Secret Squirrels. We want to hear your conspiracies.
It's a movement. It's a
a
MAGA movement. And part of that movement is recognizing that, we all have the capacity to be citizen journalists. In order for us to take on the mainstream media, that means that we have to show by example how to build your own platform, how to do all this stuff, produce your own content. It doesn't have to be great. Of course, we don't have a lot of subscribers, but we're doing it, right? We're making stuff, having fun.
We're getting there.
Little bits by little bits. But anyway, it's like we want to empower the little guy to have a voice. And the way that we're used to doing it, the way legacy media does it, you sit down on your couch or in your recliner, you sit back and you let somebody tell you the way the world is. But the internet is a different technology. The internet allows you to have a chat room so that you can respond. You can be part of the conversation. You don't have to be a passive recipient. You have a voice.
You to have a voice.
Yes, this is the democratization of knowledge. And the idea here is that we're all trying to have a conversation, right? So if you have something to contribute to the conversation, then chime up, chime in.
Please do. And we like it when Fire Sessions always gets involved. We kind of get in trouble with him. We get in trouble with him sometimes.
Especially when he cracks the bottle.
Yeah. I'm doing I'm still working on that Captain Morgan's bottle. I'm a cheap date because it doesn't take much to get me toasty. But I got the Captain Morgan's, a little bit of vanilla Pepsi, if you've ever had that.
Well, John L. said, and he said, Jim Acosta today said, doesn't the White House have the guts to name who they dislike the most?
What?
Exactly.
That's kind of a rhetorical question there.
Just to let...
Whoa.
Just to let our audience know, a couple more drinks of Captain Morgan and Brain will be crying like a schoolgirl.
Have you ever seen me do that?
Naked on the
Even when he picked me up and used me as a battering ram, I did not cry. Sorry, it's not going to happen.
That was not me.
Yeah, it was the other members of the football team. I remember.
Don't look at me. I'm innocent.
Hey, but we're trying to give you this context here. So this context is, the Squirrels. It's a kind of tongue in the cheek, have a little bit of fun. talk about conspiracies, but not because they're false, but because they're real. But you can have fun with it, and
we just want you to have a place where you can speak your mind without.
Well, this is the original thinking of Secret Squirrels, and I'm thinking now maybe that's not the right objective, because we got, we've had Dr. Corsi's been absent on his regular channel, so we've had DC Hammer filling in with Bandit here as his sidekick, and so there's going to be another. Basically, that's the spinoff, from the Corsi show, and so. With a couple of different news shows, why do we need a third? Why should Squirrels even talk about the news, current events? I'm thinking that we should start thinking long term, because we're part of the culture industry, and the long term effect is in the educational system. I'm thinking that maybe we should turn towards education, making schools do their jobs, or maybe homeschooling or lifelong learning, things that can be fun to learn about. And how to improve yourself, I guess, is self-improvement. But, it doesn't have to be that. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now at the moment. You guys can give me some feedback. It would be appreciated. Help me brainstorm the future of the Squirrels.
Well, I think we should test out new squirrel toys every night.
You mean like the cage thing where you have the wheel in the cage, you have to run
the
around?
Wheel.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we should test that.
How about the little fuzzy dice? I bet you we could probably do something with those.
And then we could test like hammocks. I think squirrels would like hammocks. I know I like hammocks.
Who doesn't?
I have a hammock, but I don't know where I'd put it. It's getting too cold for a hammock.
Yeah, us too.
We almost pulled out the hammock today. It was like 80 degrees here.
It's almost like 80 degrees here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's so hard being.
About a week and a half ago, it was 40.
Well, just don't complain when the hurricane comes your way, Missy.
Fire Sessions wanted to know, and I don't know if I should repeat this, but he says, can I let my nuts down?
Well, you could let everything go here. I mean, we're just hanging out,
If you have your nuts up on a shelf, you can take them down.
Please take them down.
Yeah.
Dust them off.
Unwind them from the knot that your girlfriend put them in.
Laura Weekly says, brainstorm, it is a good idea. Life is getting so serious. It would be great to have a laugh.
Hey, we're trying. They've got me drinking. It's their fault. It's all Bandit's fault. I'm going to blame Bandit for this. He's the one that encourages it.
I have broad shoulders.
He can handle it.
I can handle
tough
it.
Like that.
I'm a Marine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho.
What were we talking about? We were talking about something, I'm sure, but
you were rambling on about something.
It was
blah,
good.
Blah.
We were laughing in the chat.
I was busy laughing at the chat.
Because Acosta was getting taken out and spanked.
Acosta.
Yeah, thanks. We love Sarah. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I want you to know you are my hero. I think you're great, and I think the president did an excellent job in choosing you as his press secretary. Thank you. Just saying.
Yep, she's like a fireball.
Oh, I love her. Hey, anytime she comes to my house, I'll make her cookies anytime.
I like fireball.
Absolutely.
I think
what's a swarthy? What's a swarthy man? Girls, can you tell me what a swarthy man is?
They're usually hairy, dark-haired.
Boy.
They're not.
Really?
You have to shave their back.
Oh no!
The carpet. They got the shag carpet on their back.
I'm blonde, very fine hair. When I was young, my mother used to bowl cut me.
That's what they all say.
No, listen. When I was young, my mom used to bowl cut me. And did you ever see Dutch Boy Paint? Did you ever see the advertisements for Dutch Boy Paint? That was me. That was me. and it's just a little bit. It's actually gotten redder with age, and my beard is a little bit redder. And but no, I'm blonde. I have people used to think that I shaved my legs. I have no hair on my legs, no hair on my arms, hardly any hair on my body.
Carrie Bella says, mysterious spy-like man.
No, sorry to disappoint you. I was like the little cousin on the Brady Bunch, you know.
The little kid with the glasses and the hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what was his name?
That he looked like John Denver's little twin.
Yes, there you go. Didn't I? Brain, did I not look like John Denver in high school? Yeah.
I can see a little resemblance there. Is that like a... Was he a mailman at your house or something? I mean... How do you explain
that? TMI, I don't want to know.
Did your mama see a glint in his eye? What's going on there? Was your mama a groupie?
Right now.
That's what it is. Your mama was a John Denver groupie. We got it figured now.
Rocky Mountain High,
Colorado. Okay.
All right. So sorry, Carrie Bell, I don't mean to disappoint you, but no, no, not gonna instill any dreams in any young ladies lately.
Oh, look at this, Piers Morgan. Stop being a tool of the NRA, Mr. Trump, and ban the AR-15. Piers Morgan, stop being a tool. Yo.
Where does he even come from? You know, Cher. I just saw that Cher had a conniption over. Am I going to say this am I going to say this right? The new president of Brazil, Bolsonaro.
Listen, Cher just needs another excuse to get more plastic surgery.
Well, you know, when Sonny and Cher first kind of came on the scene, she was pretty darn young, and then she was married to Sonny like he was like over twice her age, right? She was like 15 and he was like in his mid-30s or 40s, something like that.
Something like that.
So you have to wonder, maybe that was like, maybe that was the Kabbalists or whatever they are, the deep state people coming out of the closet. They were giving us a little heads up back then.
Well, Sonny though was
or Woody Allen. What's the deal with Woody Allen? I mean, he doesn't hide it.
Yeah, well, he did marry
he married.
Yeah, well, he married the girl that he adopted or something like that.
Wait a minute, it was his daughter.
That was incest all the way
around. His adopted daughter. It wasn't like biological incest, but it's still a little bit creepy, or more than a little bit. You know, wait a minute.
Oh, Sonny was Cher's senior by 11 years.
Is that all?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that ain't bad unless she was 10 at the time.
I vaguely remember it.
When they met. She was 16 when they met.
Oh, that still ain't great. Holy cow.
No, it's still jailbait, but yeah.
I guess it depends on which state you're in. 16 is legal in a lot of places.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's the good old boys, you know.
There you go. Yeah, so
I'm just looking through my news aggregator. Iran internet survey shows extensive Telegram blocks and censorship amid protests.
Oh, there you up a little bit. You had Deep State Hannity says that we. I can't read it. You've gone down too far. Go up.
No, listen here.
Damn it!
There's a delay. You can't see what I'm looking at because there's a delay before it shows up on the YouTubes.
I know, but go back up.
I'm already there. I've been there. Just wait for it to happen. Have a little patience, my sister.
To conservative groups. I don't see conservative groups doing anything wrong. Just saying. Okay, now you can go back down. We love you.
Thank you for your permission. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
Oh, man.
Turn around.
Laura Weekly says, I wish Hollywood types would stay out of politics. Laura, amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So,
me too, because you know what? Barbara Streisand and Cher haven't had brains for centuries.
Brains.
I think Brain ought to stay out. You know, if that's the case, then Brain ought to stay out of politics, because I don't know if people realize that Brain's been in several movies.
You know, I don't even like politics, frankly. I really would prefer not to do anything political. But they're forcing me into it. Can you see all this nastiness in the world? We have to do something.
Brain, for our audience that doesn't know Brain is a kumbaya kind of guy, and he really thinks that we could all get along.
Yes.
And that we could all talk to the left and be.
Are you telling me you don't know any conservative hippies? Am I the only conservative hippie you know?
You are the only conservative hippie that I know.
Well, at least now you know one.
And that's bad because I am from California.
Brain has lately been woken up to the fact that you can't always talk nice to the lefties.
Sure you can.
Well, you can talk nice to them. They're just not going to talk nice back.
So?
They usually answer with things like mace, cat of nine tails.
Yeah, but just because they get upset doesn't mean I have to. Tasers. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they're a joke at this point. They're such jokes. It's not. I mean, they get upset. Who cares? Stop walking on eggshells. You know.
Wants to know what movies you were in, Brain.
What movies I was in? Revenge of the Body Snatchers.
There you go. And then that other one with Alec Baldwin. You remember?
No.
What was that? Oh crap. I can't think of it right now. And then there was that other one with Kevin Bacon.
Well, everybody's in the movie with Kevin Bacon.
Well, right. I mean, at least 6 degrees of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not Flashdance.
I'm suddenly seeing Kevin Bacon in the chair with a big bucket of water spilling down on him.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't want to see that. He arches his back, and he's got that spiked hair, with the gel in it. Bleach for the eyeballs.
Like bleach
for the brain.
Hard drive.
Bleach for my brain. Bleach for my brain, man.
What was that song? I can't remember that song.
Down, 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 down. No. Well, not for Hero, no.
That's the other movie. That's the Kevin Bacon movie. Where they can't dance.
That's
where we grew up, man. I mean, where we grew up, that's just like it.
That was down in Payson.
They did a remake. Come on, everybody in the chat. Come on in the chat. Kevin Bacon singing or dancing. They couldn't dance.
Come on, it had the guy from school. Third Rock from. Oh, come on.
Yes.
Footloose.
Thank you, Footloose. All right, Carrie Bella. We're sorry, we're pulling your leg. He was not in a movie. He was in home movies, and then he even got thumbs down from the critics in those.
I'm still in home movies. I make them all the time.
I don't need to know this, really.
And the people that I'm in the movies with don't always know they're in the movie.
Okay.
What?
Okay. All right.
Hey, I'm good at editing. I'm just saying that. I'm good at editing.
We've gone off the rails here.
I can edit videos,
It's a good thing the camera adds 10 pounds. That's all I got to say. All right. So, I went to school with Daniel Stern. No kidding. Well, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, see, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I guess we could look into this, what do you call it? I would like to find out a little bit more about that Indonesian plane crash. Where did we see that? Well, I'd like to hear a little more details.
Yeah, that was a brand new plane. It was only about 2.5 months old.
Where was that? Let's see.
Right there. Bomb could have caused Lion Air crash. Expert.
No. Okay, 189 feared dead in plane crash. Yeah, so let's a semi-reliable. Well, we can try that. Let's take a peek at Breitbart.
And where did this happen?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
So the headline is Pictures. Indonesia. Downed Lion Airjet requested to abort flight minutes after takeoff. And now I'm tasting my Pepsi for a second time.
Isn't that where the last plane just flat out disappeared?
No, that was another one. That was flight 370 something.
Yeah, but wasn't that out of Indonesia?
Nope. This was last night.
No, I understand that. I'm talking.
Yeah, there's a Malaysian flight not too long ago, I think.
Malaysian, that's right.
I think. I'm not sure. Sorry. Don't quote me on that.
Whole flight disappeared. They never did find it. They were searching the ocean and everything else. And
some of the people on board of that flight had patent that Rothschild wanted, right?
Yes.
They had some kind of patent, and he wanted that patent, and so they kill all those people just to get a patent.
One patent.
Yeah. They're willing to kill a whole plane full of people just to take out one guy.
Doesn't that make anybody out there nervous?
That's just who we're dealing with. That's the bad guys. They have absolutely no reverence for human life or any life, as far as I know.
That is why I'm in the basement with my lights turned out right now
and my tinfoil hat. I have tinfoil hat. Do you have? I have a tinfoil fedora. Thank you very much.
But I thought that hat was for your perm.
It
was your hair color.
I wear a.
Yeah, he's doing the streaking thing.
Well, I pull my hair too tight when I'm doing the blow drying thing, and it pulls my brains out.
You guys aren't letting me talk here. I wear a
what?
felt.
Are you saying something? What?
I wear a felt.
Bastard! What are you doing? I can't believe I'm in this conversation with you.
Felt thong.
Banana hammock.
What have I come in on?
No.
Woohoo!
Okay, so
the other partner in our criminal activity.
Patriot, we were going to talk about the squirrels, the future of the squirrels, maybe getting into some education, really heady stuff, but it has devolved to banana hammock conversation.
No.
And why is that? It's because of the rum and coke. The rum and coke is to blame. Yeah.
Banana hammock. Banana hammock. Banana hammock.
See, he could have been a CIA agent working for the mainstream media. For sure. He's got the right sensibility.
He knows the theme song.
Yeah, he could be one of those game show hosts. He could easily have done it. Filling in for Bob Barker on occasion.
Oh, my goodness.
And on tonight.
So, Patriot, what's up in your neck of the woods?
Killing any commies today?
Police car outside. What else is going on?
It's a police car. What'd you do now?
Nothing. He's outside and now he's pulling away. So everything's good. The coast is clear.
Okay. Are you sure about that? You don't need bail money.
No, I'm good. Thanks for calling.
Good.
Let me know though, just in case. I know you're a resource.
All right. Well, we get worried about you.
No,
well,
good.
I went out to dinner with friends. And they're gonna probably come and join us on Squirrels.
Oh wow!
Yep.
I texted you that woman I was telling you about, by the way, for your version of.
Thank you. The View.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I joke about maybe I want people to text me some sandwiches and stuff, but I'd like to see what happens if you try to text a person.
Oh like my God! That was supposed to be fun.
Star Trek stuff.
Oh yeah, you want me to laugh at your jokes and you don't laugh at mine. I'll see how this is.
I don't want you to laugh at my stuff. You're just going to laugh at my stuff because it's funny.
Sure it is.
Fire Sessions wants us to light it up.
Light it up.
Light it up. Oh, sorry.
So, Patriot Theory, you're going to elevate the level of conversation right now so that we can have be more sophisticated crew.
Conversation here?
I want us to be more sophisticated. Please. I want to be a sophisticated squirrel. Come on, man.
Please go.
That's not why I came.
He's on the Captain Morgan's tonight. Just a warning, Patriot 3.
Welcome to Fireside Chats with Patriot 3.
And Brainstorm.
Pour yourself a cognac, and
I want to get my pipe out now. You know, get my cardigan and my pipe. Relax by the fire.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard of David?
If you have that really nice smelling tobacco, that cherry vanilla stuff that my uncle used to smoke.
You mean the stuff that's like made out of cough syrup? That cough syrup tobacco?
I don't know. It just smelled wonderful when I was a little kid.
Well, sometimes the ones that smell good aren't necessarily taste good because they taste like cough syrup.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Patriot, you were asking?
Yeah. I was saying, does anybody know of David Icke's book, The Biggest Secrets?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Queen's a lizard. Queen's a lizard. They're lizard people, and they live in a hollow earth. The earth is hollow, and that's where the lizards live. And they're shape-shifting.
So I heard it's like 500 pages.
You don't think I actually read that, do you?
I do think you read that, because you're sitting here quoting stuff that sounds like you might have read it.
You don't have to read things to know what's in them. Come on.
Okay. You know what's crazy?
I'm a sophisticated squirrel.
Brainstorm's real name is Admiral Byrd. And he's just, he's broadcasting from the center of the earth, and he's trying to get us to buy into the fact that he's in Iowa somewhere.
Well, see, the problem is you think I'm in the center of the earth. You don't believe in Martians? Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's a hell of a clean broadcast if you're coming all the way from Mars. Wasn't Mars like the first beta test for Earth?
The trick is not to make it clean. The trick is to make it instantaneous. Question, how long would it take light to travel to Earth?
Mm-hmm. Pretty fast.
Probably about 5 seconds, right? Light traveling the speed of light? I mean, it's 8 seconds from the sun to Earth.
I know the speed of sound, but I don't know the speed of light.
Totally unrelated, but kind of cool. A guy made a record shot, 3 miles, 3-mile shot with a rifle. No, it was a specialized. It was a 408 caliber, specialized. But it took 14 seconds for the shot to hit the target.
Probably dropped about 8 feet.
There's some guy down in Texas who likes playing with guns. Specialized rifle, specialized round, and it's crazy.
Not a lick of breeze.
Yeah. Well, you actually have to take into account the curvature of the Earth at 3 miles. At 3 miles. So yeah, it's nuts.
Wow. How did we get into that one? Oh, center of the Earth and speed of sound.
I think it was Newton.
Well,
Newton talked about launching the cannon off of the mountain, and then if the Earth is round, then it would the cannonball would keep dropping, and it would be in orbit around the Earth. That's how gravity was explained to me.
And then that bowling ball hit him in the head.
See, that's the way. If the mountaintop that you're launching your cannonball from is tall enough, you're going to hit yourself in the back of the head with it. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Okay, so theoretically, could you send a cannonball into orbit?
Yes.
It wouldn't burn up.
Well, you'd probably have to launch it in space.
Back down.
But
you could send them into orbit. That was my ex-husband, and I did it several times during the length of our marriage.
All it is that's how orbit works, is just gravity, man.
Time out, Jax. Please.
All I have to do is just look at him wrong, and he'd go into orbit.
Okay. I thought there was something. Oh, never mind. I'm not even.
I wasn't being naughty.
I thought. I wasn't even going to go where I thought.
Usually we have some kind of topic for conversation, but tonight we're just rambling. And I don't have a problem with that.
It's just, but them have been our best shows. When you're on Captain Morgan and we're just rambling, them have been our best shows.
Right.
Okay.
Our chat seems to like it.
Hey, chat, what do you want us to talk about?
Yeah.
Because this is our group therapy opportunity so that we can get together and vent our insanity. Dealing with lefties and the mainstream media and all their whatever it is,
Laura Weekly says, we used to sleep over on Friday nights, and when the parents left, Grandpa would take us to the Baskin-Robbins for 2 scoops and then get a candy bar. Great times. You know what? Yeah. My uncle had a swimming pool out back, and it was great because he'd sit there and watch us swim in the swimming pool, and we'd get sunburned, and nobody complained until my mom got there.
Well, that's how you get revenge on your kids, though. You have to wait until they have kids, and then you try to spoil the hell out of them.
Well, I'm wondering if that girl that was talking about the ice cream and the candy bars has diabetes now.
I was
Laura Weekly. Everybody's saying to keep freestyling, and Fire Session said, "Yeah, improv."
Well, so if you fired Sessions,
are we just going to do whatever the chat wants us to do? Are we like slaves to the chat? Are they our masters or something?
Slaves.
And Laura said no diabetes. She got diabetes. No, because we used to do the Baskin-Robbins at least once a week too.
That's going to be my next album, Slaves to the Chat.
Yeah, I try to take my daughter out and go and treat her like a normal kid every once in a while. Maybe mix it up, a little Cheetos, maybe a little, pistachio ice cream at the Baskin-Robbins, a little fudge out of a bottle that's been sitting on the grocery store shelf for about 6 years.
2 months, yeah.
My wife sees it and she loses her mind.
What is she on, some kind of vegetarian diet or something, or what?
She is a organic, naturalist, oil vegan individual.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to say my dad was a doctor for many, many years, and my dad said that the kids with the most problems were the parents that did that.
Well, yeah, they're
like held them back, right?
Yes.
Well, the control freaks.
You make it taboo, and then they want it more.
Well, not only that, but actually health-wise, they had more issues.
Because they're constantly obsessed over food.
Yep.
They start treating food as if it's some kind of sneaky thing.
Right, exactly.
That was me.
My dad said that he'd see kids with heart problems because parents would deny them some of the fats that kids need to just grow.
See, I worry about that, a similar effect when people have been punishing their kids by putting them in timeout, and it's like, what's the overall lesson in that? You're going to make kids that are afraid to be alone? You want to afraid to have any time for self-reflection? For like being with yourself as some form of punishment.
Be like us and be afraid of wooden spoons and stuff.
And just use a damn paddle, man. Paddle their asses so they're not afraid of things that they should not be afraid of, because they should not be afraid to be alone.
Right. Well, and that's the way my dad was. He never made us not eat. He never kept things from us. I mean, we ate pretty healthy growing up, but always on Saturday nights, we go out and we go get some ice cream, either at Baskin-Robbins or the other ice cream place that was actually better. And and then when we got too old for the ice cream, then Saturdays were when Dad barbecued burgers, and we always had soda pop. And
you're one of those big city girls with more than one ice cream shop.
Yes, but I grew up in Utah, so there was always more than one ice cream shop in any town that you lived in.
Well, you don't have cows
Utah's famous for their ice cream.
Yep.
What?
I thought it was just. Go ahead.
Well, Happy Cat says Flaming Hot Cheetos have been outlawed in my local school district. And I can tell you, Happy Cat, that as a guy, you never want to go to the bathroom after eating Flaming Hot Cheetos if you don't wash your hands first. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, so
this is a voice of experience.
Flaming Hot Pedros. Cheetos. There's a dye on there that's supposed to be a really bad. I mean, like the dye that you use, the red dye that's on like your favorite cereal, which is my, growing up.
Oh, the
Fruit Loops. No, not Fruit Loops.
Blake
Fruity
number
Pebbles.
3.
Yes, those are terrible for you, apparently. And my friend drinks Mountain Dew all the time, and there's an ingredient in Mountain Dew that's banned in Europe, but it's okay here. And it's a chemical that causes that green coloration to stick to the water.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
I figure if it's not glowing, then don't worry about it.
You kind of make
You talking about a body part?
To make sure.
It's probably bad to have a body part that's glowing.
Well, yeah, especially after you eat flaming hot Doritos and Cheetos and then go to the bathroom.
I'll be back.
Well, that's usually when you use an infrared scanner and you see body parts glowing through that. Then that's probably a bad thing. But
or it's from re-entry. I'm sorry. Right. Wow. Okay. That did not sound good. Okay. Preparation H. Okay.
For re-entry.
We're going off the rails.
Wait, what?
Oh my God! And you know what? I'm usually okay with going off the rails, but we've gone too far. Holy cow!
How far is too far? When do you know?
Well, usually when somebody yells. Okay.
I think that denying your kids is a bad thing. I tried to take care of my kids and make sure that they had good things to eat. And 99% of the time they didn't. And now that they're older, they're not so much into the sweets, I guess. But I don't know if that was because I didn't give them that much or they just really didn't like it. Because my kids, they love the flaming hot Cheetos. They love the potato chips, but they would pass over a candy bar or an ice cream for potato chips, for the Doritos.
See,
I let my dogs eat my ice cream. I let my dogs take a look at my snow cones.
Yeah, well, we do that too.
I actually have this problem with crayons. I was denied crayons as a kid.
I don't. Geez, many Christmas. I don't want to know.
So now every chance that I get, I eat crayons whenever I.
Well, that
crayons.
Explains a lot.
With a glue chaser.
Tell Santa.
With a glue chaser.
You know what? When the sewer company comes up complaining to you because you've ruined their their little station where they clean things out, I don't want to hear about it.
If I eat flaming hot Cheetos, the toilet ends up looking like a Jackson Pollock painting.
I get to see you levitating off of the rim. At blast off, but
they'll have a seance just for your butt.
It's hard to imagine that we're through with our hour already, considering that we didn't actually talk about anything. I mean, that was an hour and nothing. It's like a Jerry Seinfeld episode.
Yes.
You lose your crayons, and then you find out where the crayon went in the backyard when you find out what your dog's been up to.
Yes.
Oh.
Now that's a piece of work. That's
kind of where that story came from.
Yeah, for sure.
We actually had a Cocker Spaniel that would eat balloons, party balloons.
Oh. And then when he farted,
no kidding, it almost looked like it almost looked like the crap was shrink wrapped and colored. Yeah.